Receiving that personalized feedback is very important. Our students have to be able to receive feedback, but it's not only something that they will receive, but it's something that they need to be prepared to give.
Good feedback involves some positive feedback, some things that they're doing well. Tell them, enjoy having them in class. Secondly would be helping them remove any roadblocks that may be stopping them from doing well, figuring out what those roadblocks are and finding a way to address those roadblocks.
As an online teacher, it is really important that I give feedback to students. This could include giving strategies on how to stay on track so that students are moving through their work at a pace that's appropriate to the course.
Good feedback is timely, which is probably the biggest challenge for teachers. For example, I just gave kind of a quiz on thesis writing, and they had just written their statements, and we gave feedback directly on that, and they had that very next day. It was fresh in their minds, so they could actually move forward with it and fix what they needed to instead of trying to think back to something that happened 2 weeks ago. So I think timely is the most important. Specific, they don't want just a score. They want to know exactly what they did, and so as much feedback as you can give them that's specific to them and not just to everyone.
One of the things that I look for when giving feedback to students is helping them think about the goals that they could be setting. Many times they don't see the fully online world as being the same as brick and mortar because it's not, and it allows for some flexibility. Sometimes they need to work on different skills to actually meet their goals.
So one of the tools that I use is a survey given to students, and then I can look at that to kind of give an idea to me on what they're perceiving as my feedback as to compared to maybe what I'm perceiving as feedback. It's very enlightening, things that I think I'm doing really well at, maybe kids aren't. One thing I noticed with this last survey that I did, there's a question about my teacher praises me in front of others, and that was probably my lowest score. And I thought, that's a goal I need to set for myself. Kids want to hear positive feedback, and that I give it out loud in front of their peers so that they feel that affirmation.
It was really interesting to get feedback from the student survey. As an online teacher, because I'm not receiving the daily feedback that I would get both physically and verbally from students, it's really powerful to have a survey that gives kind of a holistic look at all the different skill sets that I'm trying to do, but also that my students are benefiting from. It gives me a really clear message of where I need to set my personal goals as an online teacher. My students reported back to me that I was giving a lot of praise for them to move forward in their work and to reflect on their work, but I needed to continue to encourage them to stay on their goals and to keep track of their goals as they moved through the course.
The staff survey is a great place for us to continue to grow, to find our weaknesses so that we can be stronger. Again, if we expect our teachers to be stronger in the classroom, stronger mentoring with their students, we as an administration need to be stronger with that same process with our teachers. And so that staff survey is a great tool for us to strengthen what we're doing with our faculty and staff so that in turn they can become stronger with what they're doing with their students.
I think one thing I would tell teachers is just not to be afraid of the survey, that the more often they can use a survey or that type of survey, the more successful they'll be because the kids will see that they're using feedback to improve their teaching, and then when they give feedback to students, the students will feel more comfortable doing and improving in feedback because they see that we're both doing the same thing.